and welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we are going to learn how can we draw the image that is visible on your screen. So it's a very simple image considering the previous drawings that we have done, but let's see how you are able to draw it. So just take a screenshot of this one and start drawing alongside me. In case of any doubt, just feel free to put your comment in the comment box, and without further delay, let's start the drawing. So we will start from the innermost circle for which diameter is given to us. So we are going to use center and diameter, and we are going to use center as 0, 0. Now the diameter that is given for this one is 77. So we will type 77 and then enter. Now for the next circle, we are again provided with diameter. So we are again going to use the same center and diameter option and same center, that is 0, 0, and diameter this time is 100 units, and then press enter. So we are done with the innermost portion. Now the next thing that we need is we need to draw the outermost circle in order to find out the periphery. So again, for that as well, we are provided with diameter. So use the same center and diameter, and this time the diameter is 200. Now after that, what we need to do is we need to start a line from this particular point, from center point, and we need to draw it at an angle of 30 degrees. So we are simply going to specify the angle. So for specifying an angle, you are going to use less than sign, less than 30, and then press enter. So basically our line now is restricted to 30-degree angle. Okay, so we'll draw for any length and we'll simply leave it. Okay, so in order to get out of any command, we can simply press escape button. Now this is the line for which we are going to create offset on both sides. So we need to create lines of basic lines at a gap of 15 units. So basically we need an offset of 7.5 units, so that if we are drawing lines on both sides of this, basically we will see the gap of 7.5 on each side. Okay, so what we need to do is now we are going to draw a line starting from the center, basically this point, and we need to draw it for vertically for 15 units length, and then press enter and then enter. Now we are going to trim the non-required portion, so click on trim command and remove the lines that we don't need. So these are the portions that we don't need. So that's it. Now after that, we are going to create offset of basically 5 units on both sides. So again click on offset, and this time specify a distance of 5 on both sides. Click on this one on this side as well as on this side. Okay, now this 5-unit offset, basically it has provided us the space for creating arc on both sides. So we are going to use start, center and end for drawing a semicircle. So starting point, center point and end point, and it's done. Now we are again going to repeat the same command. This time we are going to take left side as the start point, then center and then end. Now by default AutoCAD draws an arc in anti-clockwise direction, but if you want to change it, you can revert this to basically by pressing control button. So this is the innermost portion that we have drawn here. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to draw the outer arc. So basically the outer arc has a diameter of 25 units. Okay, so basically the gap, or I would say the radius, is 12.5. So we can either create a circle and we can trim the non-required portion, or we can simply create an offset of the remaining distance, that is 7.5, and then press enter. Click on this arc, and this is the portion that we wanted, and it's done. Okay, after that we are going to join these two lines together, and then we will remove the non-required portion. Now what we have here is basically the inner portion has this distance is 10 units. Okay, now we need the outer distance. So outer distance is 15. So 2.5 on this side and 2.5 on this side, we need an offset. So click on offset, This time specify distance as 2.5. Click on this line, create on this side, click on this line and create on this side. So the offset is done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to trim the non-required portion. So these segments that we don't need, we are going to remove them. Okay, now these as well, and these as well, and this as well, along with this circle, and press enter. And we are going to create a fillet of radius 8 in between them. So click on radius, type 8 and then enter. Now click on this line and click on this curve. And we can remove this one as well, or we can change its type. So we are going to change its type. We are not going to remove it. Okay, so that the circle is basically available for dimensioning. So just extend this circle to the original location. Click on extend again. Are we able to extend it? No. So let's exit out of this command and let's change its color. So just select it, and the mouse is creating a little problem. No issues. Now what we are going to do is we are going to change its color to a very light one, because we just need this circle to denote the dimensions, nothing else. We don't have any other requirement. Now what we are going to do is we are going to select this portion and we are going to create an array for this one. So click on polar array. Array will rotate this object the number of times that we want, and then specify this point as the center, and the number of sides, the number of objects that we want are 6. So by default it's 6. You can change it if you want. If you have any further requirement, you can modify it, but in this case we only need 6 of these. So click OK, and from here as well we are going to trim the non-required portion again. But before trimming these lines, we'll have to basically break or explode this array, otherwise we will not be able to trim it. So click on explode command, then click on any object of the array and press enter. Now we can select them separately. So use a trim command, trim, and then remove these sections that we don't need. So it's very simple. We just needed to create the outermost portion, and everything else is quite simple in this one. So this is it. This was the drawing that we wanted to create. Now what we are going to do here is, except one more is still remaining. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to place the dimensions. So in order to place the dimensions, we are going to use annotations and click on diameter, then specify the diameter for this one, repeat for this one, right click and repeat for this one. Now these are all the diameters, and there are 2 or 3 more. So click on repeat, specify for this one. Now right click and repeat for this one. Now we need some more dimensions that are linear. So click on linear dimensions, and then we can basically provide these dimensions like this. Repeat, click on this one and this line, repeat. Now this dimension that we have placed, we need to place it outside, so just move it like this. Okay, is there any other dimension that is left? Yes, there is. We need to specify the angle. So we can basically, we might need one more line starting from this one that is totally horizontal, and press enter. Now this line we are using for dimension purpose only, so I'm going to change its color, and it's done. Right. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use angular dimension for this one. Now click on this line and on this line, and this is the angle that we wanted. Now this is interfering with the angle, so I'm going to shift this one somewhere here and press escape. Now this is a portion of dimension line, so I can simply delete it as well, and let's use dim diameter again to specify the diameter on this side. So I hope all the dimensions are done. Okay, this one, this one. Is there any other dimension that is remaining? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a hatch for this one now. Now click on gradient and let's use the same gradient that we always use in general, is orange and yellow color for this one. So just take a look. This portion we will have to fill it separately because of the issues with the dimensions, and it is saying that some of these options are empty, so we'll have to examine them. But it's correct, so I don't think that there should be any issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl Z for undo, and I'm going to delete this circle for once. Okay, so we can create it later on if you want. Let's try to put hatch now. Click on gradient again, click on the colors and just click inside it. Okay, so that's the drawing that we wanted, and we can change this gradient type as well if we want. Okay, how the pattern of this gradient is being placed, so we can change this one as well. So this is completed for hatch, and we are going to increase the hatch transparency. Click on close hatch creation. Now place the circle again so that our dimension has some meaning. So diameter for this circle was 200. Press enter and let's change the color so that it does not interfere with the main drawing. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys have learned something new. So thank you very much and have a nice day.